You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Greetings, 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 my visionary dreamers. And how is everyone doing on this awesome Sunday? Me, myself, I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking, even though you did. And this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself. Drowning in yourself. I need you to all just get out of your own way. Please get out your own way. That is a lot of our problems today. We tend to get in our own way. And part of the reason is pertaining to this topic today. So this is the Chronicles of Living podcast show. For those of y'all who's just tuning in for the first time, this podcast is for everyday people, living everyday life, doing everyday things. You know, us normal folks, but really we are all shining stars. We just gotta believe in ourselves and find our light to shine. So, as you all know, I am the dream pusher. I am the person that wants to push everyone off the ledge, I've been sending links, and because I can't see the podcast show myself, I had a couple people tell me, okay, they can't find it or whatever. And so I've tried different links. I'm trying myself now, like have my laptop open to see what you guys can see. And from this one link, okay, I see it went live. So I don't know. I got it on mute. I have it on mute, so it says live, but I guess you push the button. I don't know. Anywho, I'm just going to go on because a lot of times people listen to the podcast after the fact because of the fact that I've been trying to figure out the right link to send you guys. Nevertheless, I appreciate all the people that come back and download and play it later. Although some people figure it out. I have people that listens, from time to time while I am live. So nevertheless, my prayer is that you all get something out of each and every one of my podcasts. I always say a little prayer before I even go on, that I speak words of value, and that I touch people, in a positive light, and get everyone to start looking at themselves as well as me. As I said before in one of my podcasts, these podcasts are not just for me. They are, not just for you, they're for me too. I'm talking myself through, and it is, what is going on with these bugs? It's a bug in here, and it looks like a big bee. Again, I'm not scared of bugs, but, when it's flying around anyway. So this show is brought to you today by A Leisure Life. And this is a company, A Leisure Life is a company that offers basically warehouse prices for traveling, for whether it be renting a car, a cruise, camping, things of that nature. That is what Leisure Life is all about. And I just need you guys to go and check it out. Make sure you go on my blog, chroniclesofliving.com, and you will see a tab called Lifestyle Savings. So just click on that tab, Lifestyle Savings, on the Chronicles of Living blog, and it definitely will take you and give you a little briefing on with what A Leisure Life is all about. And the benefits of becoming a member and saving tons of money while you travel and have fun with your family. So go check out chroniclesofliving.com and click on lifestyle savings so that you can get to a leisure life and find the right package for you and your family. It's also brought to you by doTERRA essential oils. As you all know, I am so strongly into the natural. Okay, so you definitely want to check out doTERRA essential oils. Go to Nature's Healings. Nature's Healings. So make sure you check that out. You can hit that from my blog as well. And just click on the doTERRA link and get to that. So I just want you all to be in on saving money and taking part of the things that is good for me. You know, if it's good for me, then it definitely is good for you. So check it out, okay? And tell me if you purchase any of the products. Let me know how you like it and how it helped you out and counts that you got from a leisure life. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get on to today's topic. And today's topic is, and I hope that, I know I put the Facebook invite, but I hope that I'm saying it right, but it's learn to serve before you lead. Now, I might have said on Facebook, learn to be a server before a leader. Either way it go, y'all know I'm talking about the same thing, okay? So I decided to come up with this topic today because I think I said on the last podcast, as you all should know by now, I was born an entrepreneur, especially if you listen to the intro for this podcast show, which I definitely encourage you to do. If this is your first podcast that you're listening to, go down, scroll down, and listen to the intro, so that you can really get a clear idea of the things that I'm talking about on a weekly basis on this show. And just making sure that this is the show for you to listen to, okay? But I decided to talk about this because even though I'm an entrepreneur by heart, I am smart enough to know this. No matter what position, leadership position, management position, different roles that you play that's of any type of authority position, I believe in my heart that you need to serve in that position first to be successful and to just kind of shortcut the mistakes and the do's and the don'ts, learn the do's and the don'ts in a different light, because sometimes we go out here and we decide to jump into different businesses and we don't have a clue as to what we're getting into. We don't have a clue as to how to deal with the clients, the customers, things of that nature. But we're looking at the dollar. We're looking at the thousands, the millions, or whatever that this certain business or industry can bring us. And, it's just like I just told a friend not too long ago, as you most of you know by now, I am an independent life insurance, health, and annuities agent. And I had a friend of mine not so long ago get his license, and, he was excited, and I didn't want to steal his excitement or nothing like that, but I just had to give him the real, to save him from some of the pitfalls I made in the beginning when I became an agent. And I just told him basically, try to get with a company and learn first. Get with a company and learn and grow and find out, watch and shadow so that you can find out the do's and don'ts, because this is a business. Yes, you can make 6-7 figures in this business if that's your goal, but I got in the business because of people, because I lost a couple of friends and at this young age, and they didn't have insurance, and it caused a problem, and it was very burdensome on their families and their friends. And, we as people, we do take a lot of things for granted, and we just think that we're, immortal. But truth of the matter is, we came in this life by ourselves, and we definitely going to go by ourselves. And most important thing is we don't want to leave people with our responsibilities. So I know that kind of went off track a little bit, but let me pull it back. So maybe that was for somebody. Somebody must need to hear that. Somebody must need to get some insurance on their lives and make sure that their family is taken care of. So I'll just write it off as that. Sometimes God just drop little nuggets on my spirit, and I just ramble off on it. Anyway, yeah, you really need to learn how to serve before you lead, because the whole thing is this. If you want to be a successful leader, a successful entrepreneur, you definitely want to connect to your people. You want to connect to your clients, your customers, in the best way, in the best light. You want to be the best that you can be for them. Because when you are at your best and you know your business that you are doing, then guess what? You might not have to put out as many business cards or flyers and things of that nature, because word of mouth is one of the most powerful ways of promotion. I mean, I've been doing this entrepreneur thing for years and years, basically, all my life, straight out of high school or somewhere in high school. But what I found is that when you give people good service, they're going to tell a friend, which is going to tell a friend, which is going to tell a family member, which is going to tell the whole family. Now, like back when I was in the mortgage business and I was an independent mortgage, a loan officer, I don't even remember really getting business cards made, because my telephone used to just ring nonstop, and it always was, excuse me, y'all, I did just eat. It always was, the person on the other line would say to me, "Hi, I'm such and such. This person gave me your number because if you can help them, I know you can help me, because I know their credit was tore up. And if you can help them with their bad credit, then I know you can help me." And so for me, that was great, because I'm like, wow, people that I don't know are telling other people that I don't know about the service that I provide, and that I felt good about myself, that people felt that I gave them good service, that it was worth telling somebody else, about me. So in order to get that way, I definitely had to serve. I definitely worked for someone first, and it was kind of like really hardly no pay, for real. I can say it was kind of like an internship. And, when I was new into the business, I really didn't know just how much I could have made in the beginning. And so, I worked under this man, and don't get me wrong now, even though I feel like he cheated me on some dollars and some cents, he really did, and I did call him out on it. But one thing I could say about him, it was because of me serving and working under him, I learned so much. Like, he was very organized. I'm going to give kudos where it is deserved, to be given. But he was very organized. He had his weekly meetings. He pretty much, had goals set for us and for everyone, and called everybody out on it too. Like, if somebody hit their goal, he acknowledged them. And if they didn't hit their goal, he kind of pulled their coattail. And it was a little embarrassing for folks. Thank God I wasn't the one. I was the one that he was like, yeah, go get them. But in the beginning, of course, I was just learning. So, I had to be the processor in the beginning. I wasn't the originator and the loan officer at first. I was the processor, pretty much doing the admin work. But that didn't last long. Once he saw my enthusiasm, once he saw my ambition, he just instantly kind of made me his assistant. And then it got to the point that, I was growing so fast in my business, and as far as the way I was handling business, and he would give me his personal clients, not just the people that was calling in, but he would give me his personal clients for me to close out. And then he got to the point that he trusted me enough, because, I was serving, without complaining and stuff like that. He started sending me to the seminars. And when you're in the industry, you know, a lot of the seminars can cost, you know, it could cost like about $1,000 a person or 500 a person or whatever. But he would pay the money and send me in his place because he trusted me, you know, that much. He felt like I would give him the information and feed it back to him verbatim as he would have heard it. That's how much faith he had in me as a growing loan officer. And I learned so much in that phase of my life. And it really was only a course. It wasn't even a full year. But because I was willing to serve and to do what I needed to do to, you know, get up to the position that I really was aiming for, and that was the loan officer position, and actually going to the closings and giving people the keys to their dream house, I was able to take all that I learned and then become independent when I moved to another state. I was able to take all that knowledge and just pretty much combine it with the things that I felt like, you know, you filter through things and you change things up and you do things in your own way. So I was able to take things and do it in my own way. And when I came and I started and I had to build up my new clientele, it was like, boom, like I was just off and running so fast. But it was because I was willing to learn. I was willing to serve first, you know. And it's just like now, I was telling you last week that, was that last week? No, that was Wednesday, that I was going to talk to you about why did I decide to take this career move and start working for this institute. And yes, I'm still an entrepreneur. I still do entrepreneur things, you know, but it's just on a part-time basis for now. And I did commit to a year or more. So if you've been following me, you know that my goal is to go out and start speaking and doing public speaking engagements and things of that nature. So now that I'm here, I'm serving again. I'm serving this institute and everybody that comes through, and I'm serving the guru that is over this institute. And in doing this, I get to go to the lectures and sit in on the lectures, and some, not all events, but majority of the events I get to sit in on, and I get to learn. I came in at a prime time during their yearly annual event. So I was able to, within a week, learn so much, and not just information wise, but stage setup, the presence of a speaker, the engagements with the audience and how to engage the audience, and, you know, the way the props need to be set up, and the timing and the structure, the lighting, the sound, the audio. Like, I was able to really take notes on all of this stuff, because when that day comes and I venture out to become a speaker, you know, I mean, I already speak, but it's in a different way. I mean, I want to speak on this topic. When I go out to speak, it's more so on teaching people about, you know, life insurance or housing or things of that nature. But no, I want to go out and I want to speak, and I want to speak to the world and motivate and encourage everybody across the world. I would love to travel, you know, and go to different countries and speak on and just push people into their dreams, you know. And just help fine tune the dreams that they already have going on. So, because that's my goal, that's one. And then also, if you've been following me, you know that my goal is to get my holistic remedy certification. You know, I signed up for a course, and I figure what better way to really get there faster and really have hands-on experience and a learning experience, but to go and to serve at a facility that's what they offer. This facility is about healing. It's about healing your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, you know, in a natural way. And just keeping you young and youthful and energetic and positive, in a positive mindset. So for real, this is the place to be for me, So in doing this and taking this position and becoming a server of the community and of this institute, I not only get to learn the do's and don'ts of becoming a speaker, but I also get to learn how to heal, your body in a natural way, heal your mind, your spirit, your soul in a natural way. I get to, interact and talk with different doctors that's here. I get to talk to different people, yoga masters or people that's been studying for years. I get to get their spin on it while I'm here serving. So, some people would say, one thing I realize about when you go through life, you could be up and down, but sometimes you need to take a pay cut to go after your dreams and your visions. Sometimes you need to sit back and take a position or do a free internship so that you could get the knowledge and the wisdom that you need to be successful in your entrepreneurship, in your leadership role, In serving, you're under other people that's in the leadership role, in the management role. You get to see how they handle things. You get to write your notes on how you would have done it, or, the response to the people that's working up underneath them, their response in return. You get to see, you get to sit back and observe when you're serving. If you're going in with the right mindset. A lot of people just want to jump out there and they want to get a job. Oh, I want to be the manager. I want to be. Let me tell you something right now. That's a lot of responsibility. I've been in those roles. It's a lot of responsibility when you have to deal with people and their personalities and their stuff. They have a bad day. You got to figure them out. Like it's work. So sometimes it's good to just fall back and just take that server role, take the worker role, and be of service to people. Also, when you are of service to people, you get to see who you really are. You get to see how people connect to you. You get to see how people are filling you out. And then you can make certain adjustments with yourself as you're growing. You might have a client or a customer that you got to deal with that just have a nasty disposition. Now, how are you going to handle it? Because see, if it's your business and you already in the leadership role, you already in an entrepreneur role, these are the things you need to know. You need to know how you're going to handle certain people and their personalities, or if you're going to be in an industry that you just pretty much can pick and choose with people you want to deal with. Because sometimes you're in a leadership role or entrepreneur role, and sometimes you don't have a choice if it's for a company. But if it's for yourself, like right now, when I'm dealing with the notary and I'm dealing with the insurance, I can pick and choose what I want to deal with. When jobs come to my text, when different companies text me or email me to handle different people or clients, I can pick and choose. I won't get fired because I'm independent. So I can pick and choose what I want to deal with and when I want to deal with it. So just like now because I'm here, yes, I did. I took a pay cut, yes, but it's all worth it. And I still can do my other business, but I choose to focus on learning all I can learn because there's a whole lot to learn. I felt like a karaoke singer at the lectures trying to sing the songs. I didn't know the words. I was like lip singing, but it felt good. The vibration of music, I felt good. So I was like, okay, but I just don't want to say too much because I might be singing the wrong stuff and causing some bad spirits. And, so I had to be a little careful with that. But nevertheless, I do have the printouts now of the words, so I will learn them. But yeah, I just felt the need to talk about this. I mean, like when you're serving, and depending on what position you're in, sometimes you can even see the cost. Like with me, with my plans on being a public speaker in different venues, I might not be able to see the full cost of everything, but I can get an idea of how much people paid to come to the event. And from that, I can decipher the prices that I want to charge. Once I start, once people start booking me, then you can see how much it costs to travel, the time that it requires to prepare so that you can know if you have a family, how much time is this going to be taken away from your family, It's just so much that you can learn if you are a person that are not, how can I say this? You're a humble person that don't have a huge ego, that feels like if you step out of your entrepreneurship role for a while and you step into a server role, that's not taken away from you. It's only adding to you. It's only adding to you because you get to see how you feel in that role as well, and how when you start running your business, how you want people to feel. So it's just so many different ways that you can benefit from this. So even if like you've had a business, and some people they've had a business and maybe it went on and then all of a sudden something happened and it failed and they got to start all over. I would suggest if you got to start all over, revisit whatever the business is, if that's still your passion, go work for a company within that same business, Now, don't steal their ideas and stuff like that, but go work for a company to kind of get your spark back and to kind of make you remember why you did it and to make you understand what was it that made things fall apart. Sometimes it's not in your control on why things fell apart. Like, for instance, when I was in mortgage and the market crashed, that wasn't, I can clearly remember closing one client the day before and then calling for another client and calling my execs at the different lenders. And I think I might have went through 5 different execs that I dealt with, and all 5 of them, the companies were shut down. These were well-known companies. They were just like, we are on neutral right now. It's like, I'm trying to find another job. Like, it was just crazy. So in a situation like that, it's out of your control. So you got to make decisions. Okay, what are you going to do next? What other part can you sharpen? Because sometimes, like I said, everything is by design. I believe everything is by design. And I think that sometimes we can get in a certain role and get so comfortable, but there is more growth that we need to make with inside ourselves. And sometimes things fall apart because we have to be pushed into moving in a direction that God wants us to be in, Hear me when I say that. Sometimes we have to be pushed and things can just fall apart right in front of our eyes. And there's nothing we did to make things fall apart, but things can just fall apart. And as I always tell you, it's not about mistakes. It's not about things that's bad. It's about you analyzing the situation. Okay, this situation just fell apart. It was just so good last week. And it's just, and that's exactly how it happened for me when the mortgage business crashed. It was like so good. Everything was everybody was happy. And then bam, it just a day, a week, whatever, everything just fell apart, and this was a world thing. This was a, USA, whatever thing. Little old me couldn't control that. So it made me analyze and sit back. Okay, what do I need to do next? Because this is not what's happening. I had a house. I had a mortgage. You know what I mean? I just was like, you know what? I'm not holding on to this. It's cool. I could get another one. I sold the house. Hey, I was getting some work done in my house. I had all this material in my basement. I went right back to Home Depot. Took all that material. Got my credit. Got my money back. It was like a good almost $4,000 too. I didn't even realize how much I put into material, but I did what I had to do, and I just was like sold the house or the furniture, and I rolled and I moved on. And the next thing I did is I started serving again, and I became a property manager. Even though that was a leadership role, I was working for a company where I just came from a role of being an independent loan officer, where I was able to make my own schedule, do things the way I want to do it, how, when and where and how, and being so flexible to going back to working a role where basically I was working from 8 to 8. dealing with 251 tenants and personalities, where before I was just solo and just, now I'm stuck with all these personalities. But I want back. I was able to take the things that I've learned in the mortgage business, and it still applied to me being, property manager, because I had to deal with credit. I had to make sure they qualify for the apartment. I had to do ads. I had to market. I had to do the things a lot of the things I had to deal with the people. You know what I'm saying? So instead of closing the house, I was basically putting people in apartments, renting. So I went from mortgage to renting, you know what I mean? So they all kind of played within the same field. And that's what I'm saying to you. Sometimes if things is not going the way you want it to go in your business, in your career, sometimes if you're working full time, but you still feel like, okay, there's more that I can do, maybe you might need to take a little weekend job. It's not for the money, it's for the knowledge, the wisdom. See, we get so hooked up and so stuck on the money factor of it that we lose sight of the knowledge and the wisdom that you can gain from occupation to occupation. And if you've been following me, you know that I've worked I got on the blog and I had to update that, but when I counted last, I think I'm about 30 jobs in. But all of that is allowing me to be able to talk to you on different topics, about different industries, about different mindsets, because I can relate to so many different industries, so many different positions, so many occupations and careers. So I can relate to you. I'm talking from minimum wage to industries that I can make six figures. You know what I'm saying? And when you gain that much knowledge and wisdom over time, your decisions become wiser. You become wiser with your decisions, because everything is a decision. You don't have to be at the job you're at. You don't have to, be an entrepreneur. You don't have to do anything. If you want to be, just do nothing. You could do nothing, but it's going to be some repercussions. But the bottom line is, the big thing that God blessed us with, one of the big things that God blessed us with, is a choice. We can choose if we want to believe in Him. We can choose if we don't. And I think that was a wise decision, even though He's God, He's Almighty. But it's like this. If you make people do stuff, this is all a part of serving and learning. If you make people become a leader, and put them in that role, and they're not ready for it, then now you gotta walk them all the way. It's like you gotta hold their hand through the whole thing. But if somebody is on fire about being a leader, being an entrepreneur, then guess what? After a while, it's gonna show. And they're going to be successful, and you're going to be successful, and everybody's going to be happy. The client's going to be happy. Everybody's going to be happy. It's going to be a wonderful day in entrepreneurship land and leadership land. So I know my Facebook is connected with a lot of entrepreneurs. Everybody's doing their thing. Kudos to everybody doing their thing. I know that right now my focus is really on getting this podcast, where this is my passion I've been putting off. If you've been following me, I'm about, dusting off your dreams and really trying to focus and zero in on your real passion in life, And if that's leadership role, and even if it's not a leadership role, if it is always going to be a serving role, we need each part for this world to work. You just be the best service person that you can be. You treat people the way you want to be treated, because what's going to happen is, even if you step back to be in a serving position, a service role, and you treat people the way you want to be treated, and hopefully it's good, then guess what? When you decide to run your business, you decide to get in a leadership role, you just watch and see how people treat you. You watch and see the clientele that you have. It's going to be good. Yeah, you're going to always get them little seeds that just want to just be cranky or whatever. You can't control people the way they feel. But for the most, you attract what you give out. I keep telling y'all that. Your energy is everything. So what you give, you're going to get back. So any role that you're in, I would advise you to treat people the way you want to be treated. So that you can, if you want that back in return, then that's what you do. You know what I mean? I think I pretty much hit on my bullet points, and the time is almost up. But most important thing is to definitely take a job or internship or something, and don't go just serve. Don't listen to me say and just go serve somewhere. Don't volunteer somewhere, just anywhere. No, do it in the field that you are looking forward to getting into, or a entrepreneur role, and you feel like you could be a little bit sharp at it. Maybe you might want to take some time out and go volunteer for a nonprofit company in the same position, so you can kind of have a different outlook on it. You know what I mean? And meet different people and get more feedback. So whichever way you do, and I'm going to say this real quick. You think about the Karate Kid. If you know you my age, I'm telling my age, but they did make a new one with Will Smith's son. But when he wanted to learn karate. Oh, wow. Did my internet connection go out? I hope not. Well, I'm going to just keep talking. But when he wanted to learn his entrepreneurship, he had to learn first. He had to serve. He had to work. And he didn't realize that was making him stronger in his mind and his body. So strong to the point that once he was bullied again, he was able to defend himself. So I'm going to just leave y'all with that, because I don't know how something came across. It looked like, I don't know if the internet went out and in or what. I don't know, but I pray and hope it didn't. And I'm not just talking for nothing. So I'm just going to end this one today. But definitely, guys, go out there. Take on a volunteer role if you're working full time, something in the industry so you can get sharp at what it is that you would love to do and what it is that you want to add to this world. Serving a role, it will help your spirit to grow. You might need new food I need new food. My spirit needs new food. So that's another reason why I decided to take this position too. I need to get back into the swing of things. So with that all being said, definitely go check out the Chronicles of Living without the G, .com, my blog, and you'll find more information on there about the different companies I told you about earlier. Hit me up on Facebook, become my friend, follow me, Instagram, all of that. Just Google Chronicles of Living podcast show, and you can reach me that way. Okay? So I appreciate all of you guys for supporting, listening, sharing, downloading, all of that stuff, all of that good stuff. And just make sure y'all get out there and be of service to someone. Be of service in some type of way, and just really analyze how good how good are you at serving, and the reactions that you get back. Figure out what you need to fine tune about you, so that the industry that you're in, your entrepreneurship, your leadership, can be more successful than it is today. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself. Get out your own way, y'all. Get out your own way and go do the damn thing. Y'all can all do it. I love you guys. And until tomorrow, and I definitely got to see the time because of my work schedule. But I'm going to try to do 12:30. I'm going to try. We got to see what happens. It might be 1 o'clock, but I'm going to get it together. I just got to see my schedule, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with me and supporting this podcast. Definitely comment, inbox me, give me some topics to talk about. Let me know how this podcast is helping you guys. I love y'all.
Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living. where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.